okay? You can't sleep again? Just relax. Today I'm going to help you with a very, very simple hack. You know, it might sound very easy when you say it, like just relax and fall asleep, but in actual fact, doing is easier said than done. I believe you agree. In order to relax, you must first identify what is causing you to be anxious, right? So that is exactly what I'm going to do today, to tell you something that will change your life. It might be very simple, so here goes. Make sure you relax and listen carefully. Okay, you know, every one of us had been on a train before. When you're inside the train and you look outside at the surrounding, when the train is moving, you see the surrounding moving, but in fact it is not the surrounding that moves, but you, because you are on the train, you're on a moving train. Because, so why is it so hard to relax? The reason is because our mind is like this moving train, moving from place to place, always rushing, always on the move. Now, that's not what I want you to do. In order for you to relax, you have to stop moving in your mind. So you might ask, Alvin, so how do I do that? It's very simple. Instead of being on the moving inside the train that is moving, I want you to be outside the train, standing outside the train, because when you're standing outside the train in the environment that is still, the train is moving, you see the train moving, but you are still, compared to when you're on the train, on the moving train, and you see, what you see is the environment moving, but that is what makes you anxious. So how do you make your mind step outside of the train instead of being inside? It's very simple. I mean, the idea is simple, but of course doing it might take some time, some practice, but it's okay. I'm going to tell you the truth behind this. Okay, why does our mind keep drifting? Why does because our mind become someone on the train instead of someone outside the train standing in the surrounding. That is because when we develop the idea of self meaning me, when you have this idea of I am, me, myself, your name, for example, Alvin is my name. When you are focused on this idea, when you are focused on yourself, when this idea of the self forms, whatever you do in life, you will be doing it to benefit yourself. Just like, for example, I'm doing ASMR. When I perceive myself as a YouTuber, ASMR YouTuber, and okay, when this idea of self begins, my mind, the train in my mind forms, just like the moving train. And my goal as ASMR Alvin is to get subscribers and make my channel grow, to reach more people, to have more likes on my channel. So this is my destination. Okay, so the idea of self forms. I see myself as a YouTuber. My goal is blah blah blah, to grow my channel. Alright, and so my mind start moving. Okay, I start thinking, tomorrow I'm going to record video. What am I going to record? And what am I going to say? Will my video get a lot of views? Blah blah blah. All these thoughts start to form because I have a goal, and I need to head towards a certain direction to get to that goal. And along the way are all these fleeting thoughts and emotions. It's just like when you're on a train and you pass from place to place, you see that tree passing, and then another building, and then a lamppost, and then a certain group of people, right? Everything is in a rush, everything is flying by. But if I let go, if I don't see myself as a YouTuber, I don't get so caught up in this identity, I become outside the train. You get what I mean? My mind, the notion of self starts to fade, and the train, and I'm like the person who start to get out of the train, and instead I'm standing at a point of stillness, looking at a moving train. But I am still. I'm still with the environment. I'm not like the train now that is moving every time, and moving endlessly without rest. And so when you are stepping outside the train, when you start to lose the idea of yourself, to not get caught up in your role, in yourself, only then you will start to experience peace, and all your anxiety is a product of your goal, a product of all the expectation of being who you want to be, who you perceive yourself to be. All this anxiety will be gone. It's like a tree, without a seed there won't be a tree. Everything has cause and effect. So does your mind, your thoughts, so does anxiety. So you see, this is what I want. This is the hack, the advice, the truth I want to share with you today. That is, do not get caught up on the idea of who you are in life, who you want to be, because the moment when you perceive yourself as a certain character, as a certain role, you start to have goals to benefit that role, and then in order to get to that goal, your mind start to become restless. You start to become a traveler, a moving train, and moving from emotions to emotion, from thought to thought. That's how anxiety forms, because when there's the destination, there's the journey of getting to that destination. Of course, in life, I'm not telling you that you should not have goal in your life and just do nothing at all time, but at least for now, that is what I want you to do. You can always be still and have goals. Because it all boils down to who you perceive. Because the idea of self, when you perceive you as a character, someone that's tangible, then you become that idea. The idea of self is always very small. It's always small. It's not boundless, it's trapped. Okay. It's very limited. So when you see yourself as I'm so and so, I want everything in your life, your purpose in life will only revolve around that small identity. Then you will get satisfaction, yes, but you also get fear, disappointment, misery, because you are living based on this very small idea that is self. But if you can be free of yourself, and you will find that whatever you do is not just solely, it's whatever you do will be, how should I put it? Whatever you do, I can't seem to find a word for it. you might know what I'm talking about, because that feeling, that way of life, can only be experienced. Words don't do it justice. Okay. I think okay, liberating. Maybe liberating could be a good word. So even if you have goals, but your goal does not revolve around a limited an idea of self, then you find that you are not just a train, a small train that is in a big world, moving from place to place. Because you are so small, it takes every single movement is so rigorous. But if you are not that small train, you get out of that train, you are no longer bound by self. You are no longer the train or anything. You are the environment, you are the whole world. And when you are the whole world, you are free. You feel free because there's no notion of a start point and an end point. Everything, the start, middle and end, are all one and the same. It all belongs in the same universe, the same space, this white space that is you, your mind, your liberated mind that is not trapped inside, that is not trapped inside the train. Okay, I hope what I said will shed some light for you in life and will help you find sleep tonight. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, what I said, don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you very much.